I'm super excited that she's going to come on my podcast. So,
Yeah, that will be amazing. Absolutely. She was the one that did UGC creation, right? Was that the one?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I just said, I saw the podcast episode. It was really inspiring. I have 2 kids.
Mm.
You make me feel like I can actually do it. I would love to learn from you. Will you be on my podcast?
Yeah.
And then I said specifically, will you be my guest? And then I put a gif of Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast saying, can you be our
Be my
guest?
guest.
Yeah.
Love it. That's too cute.
And she said yes.
That's pretty awesome. Very cool. I'm excited. Can't wait to watch it.
I'm terrified. How do you decide like what questions you're going to ask?
I don't. I start every single podcast off with tell everyone a little bit about yourself and how you got there. So that way it prompts them to say a little bit about what they actually do and then their story. And all the other questions are just whatever I think of. So
Okay.
I don't have anything like pre set up or ready. And I just do it as like a natural like conversation. So we start off with that question, but then the things that they say, there's always stuff that jumps out like, "Ooh, I'd like to ask more about that. I'd like you to clarify more how that goes." Or just like thinking of it from the perspective of my audience, which is like moms that are trying to build businesses. So I try to think of maybe this is something that, "Ah, get out of here, you nut." Maybe something along the lines of maybe this is something that I know quite a bit about, but my audience might not. So like with the one with Benny, like I'm in Ted's VIP group. So I've had close proximity to Benny for months now. So like I know a lot of the stuff that he was going to say on there. Some of the stuff that I didn't know was like the team building mindset, like cultural, like how him and it, like how their team specifically operates. That was all news to me. So I was like really excited to dive into that. But a lot of the other stuff, like I already knew what he was going to say because I've heard him say it 1,000 times. But I asked the same questions because I figured everyone else doesn't know Benny. Like they don't know what he's going to say. So those are just things that I would say, this is a totally new person. So just ask the questions that come up naturally. And as it relates to your viewers, yours is all about like time management and enjoying the moment and self-care. And so I would probably ask questions based around those types of things, right? What's it like to run a business as a mom? And like, how do you manage and juggle both of those responsibilities? What does self-care look like for you? I would probably dive into some of those questions. But again, a lot of it is going to come up naturally as you have a conversation. And that's at least my experience with doing podcasting is I like to just make it as conversational as possible. And I like the idea of that kind of started for me, at least with Joe Rogan, right? Joe Rogan's got a super popular podcast, obviously, right? And it's very conversationally based. So it's literally just him and this person having a conversation. And it is the most popular podcast show of all time. And I like that format. I like watching some of his episodes depending on who's on there. And so that's what I like to do. I don't like the podcasts that are too scripted or too like, and like this question that I phrased perfectly. It's, I don't know, it just feels so like an interview. I think a lot more of the personality comes out. And I think a lot more of the like important stuff comes out when you actually just have a conversation with someone. And I'm always surprised. Like I did not expect the call with Benny to go the way it did. Like I did not expect us to go into the place of like, how do you guys operate as a team? What are the values? Like, how do you build that company culture? How do you like that was really cool that we're able to get to that space because I was not expecting us to go there.
Cool. I will. I'm really good at having conversations with people and making them feel valued.
Yeah.
So I do feel confident that it will go well. I just want to make sure that I get what people need.
Yeah. Again, I would just, there are going to be times in the conversation. I like to make them at least 30 minutes, right? So if I feel like there are some people that show up on the podcast and they're just not good conversationalists, right? Benny was pretty good, but there are some people that come up and they just answer the question. And then I'm like, hold on, we're supposed to have a conversation here. So then I have to like come up with something and it almost feels like I'm forcing a conversation. So sometimes that will happen, but she's been on podcasts before. You can also see how she did on that podcast. She was very conversational. She was friendly. So I don't think you'll have an issue. But just have it doesn't hurt to have a couple like thoughts in your head of these are the types of things I want to get out of her. So that way, if they're to feel like, oh, this is a stalling, like now I don't know where to go with this, just throw one of those out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, Erica. How are you?
Good. Sorry, I'm a little late. I was trying to sign my son up for swimming lessons, and
That's
a longer process than I anticipated.
Oh, no, that's all right. We're all a little late today. I'm saying all, but everyone except Mo is a little late today.
I was early.
Mo's putting us all to shame. Oh, so how are you doing?
I don't know. I'm just that person. I need to work on that confidence because I can say it all, and I've done this and I've done it all, but I just I'm stuck.
Yeah.
You and I talked about with the helping busy moms with healthy habits in 30 minutes or less a day. What does healthy habits mean? Someone sees it and they're not even, what does that mean? And it's like almost too broad. So
Yeah.
making it more helping busy moms lose 10 pounds or more in 30 days, because that's quantifiable. It's something that is relatable to people. And I've done it before.
Mhm.
I know it can be done.
Yeah.
Plenty of people have done that before. So on my Instagram, I posted a before and after picture of my 30 days, posting it in a few different places, which I posted on Instagram, which linked to my Facebook. I made my post and everything at midnight because I'm just I can't focus. I've got ADD. And so like
Yeah.
when you have ADD and then you have a child who's like running around screaming all day and I can't even write a text message. So like
Yeah.
last night, after Dylan went to bed, I did a voice like recording. My thumbs were getting sore from texting. So I did like a voice note and I'm just going to copy and paste that to the people that I need to follow up with, because
Mhm.
I haven't had I had one comment on my Instagram post and a couple people gave me a thumbs up, but no one reaching out like, hey, can you help me?
Yeah. What was the comment that someone left?
It was actually from my leader in
Okay.
Scotland.
Yeah.
Wow, it's not easy to do that. Like, you've made such a great change and like you sticking to it and look at all the progress you've made, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of it is consistency too. So, especially with these algorithms. So, for one, reels and stories are what's going to help you get seen by new people. Posting on your actual page gets you seen by the people who are already following you.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
like, you could even take maybe like videos, right, and make a short about it.
Yeah.
And it could show like the before and after, and then have you talk about, I was able to make this awesome transformation. If you want to have this transformation too, comment this specific word below and I'll DM you. Something along those lines. I
Yeah.
think that would be really good. And then, but you just want to be consistent about it, because it's all about consistency. So when you're doing the social media game, it's all consistency and then just leaning into what's working and what's not working.
Yeah.
So you can do it. You got this.
Like, I put my son to bed, woke up at 9:45 last night on his floor. Okay, now I have to go downstairs and try and have brain power to like do all these things, like stuff. And I just got like complete procrastination paralysis. And I just was like, I'm just going to read my book.
Yeah.
Functioning like I was needing to plant my seedlings and do all these different things. And I'm like, I can't even, I'm so tired. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm not just tired. I'm just like, my brain is tired.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to go to bed. It's just, anyways.
That was
I-
me last night. Yeah. I went to bed at an actually reasonable time last night. It was like 10 versus this whole week where I've been getting to bed past midnight.
Yeah.
I've been utilizing nighttime to get stuff done, but
Yep.